Good night, fellow punters. The clock on the wall is 25 minutes away from 11 o'clock on Monday night. As you can see by the story being told behind me, I'm down here with the Langers boy. But I have one in the Woolen Mills Hotel in Blarney. Long day today. It's always a long day on a Monday when you have to leave at I left at 6:30 this morning, so I was up about a quarter to, and I was gone outside Strokestown, which was 10 minutes drive gone, and thought of the laptop. So I said, will I go back for it or will I plough on? But something must have crossed my mind that it might happen, because for the first time in all the journeys or the tours I've done, I never rang anybody the night before, and I rang the woman last night, Kathleen. I can't think of her surname. And I said, Monday morning traffic going into Dublin from Leakslip, they're at roadworks, and I might be late. But I said I could be there to 9:15, or it could be a quarter past. And she says, not to worry. Lo and behold, left the laptop after me. Thought of that, so I doubled back and got it. And I was just leaving at 7 bells. Exactly. So I got there at about 9:10. They were in the Harding Hotel on Fishamble Street. Traffic was light enough when we got past the roadworks, and I got into the bus lane then. So they weren't in that much of a hurry, even though there was six waiting. 2 more arrived, and 2 missed the flight through illness yesterday, but they're arriving into Dublin tomorrow morning, so they'll get to the train down from Dublin. We'll meet them tomorrow evening. There'll be 10 in total. They're from Iowa. They're good old crack. There's a dad, and there'll be 4 kids, and there'll be siblings or partners or whatever. So we got out of Dodge, and they wanted to go to Kilkenny, but they weren't that pushed on the castle. They just wanted to walk through the town, which they did for an hour. We headed in for Dungarvan. We had lunch in the moorings. I rang ahead to book a table out in the gazebo. I had the deadly roast beef. I've often seen bigger portions. I'd have ate more because that was what time, 1:45. The castle was closed, which we had decided we'd do a tour of, because I wanted to do a tour of one castle only on their trip. And I said, we'll do that one in Dungarvan, get it out of the way. But it was closed, and it showed on the online that it was open. Well, the door was closed. So we headed on to Middleton, and they done the tour of that. They thought it very, very good, and they had their drink, such as 6:15 or 6:20 leaving Middleton, and we got here. It was about 7. So I came up here after parking up, and I fell asleep. That's what Cork does to you. But tired on Monday, so I was supposed to meet them over in Christie's there for a drink, but I'll wait and have one tomorrow night. It's too late now. I was watching the first race today in the Middleton, or what do you call it, Dungarvan, Swift Turtle. Would you love to be at the breakfast table when Poppy Wynne is having the breakfast, and give her a few Weetabix and say, come on to the gym for an hour with me and I'll bump a few weights with you to see could you get a bit stronger. Went 4-7 briefly in running, and it was the better jockey, the stronger man. I would say now I could get a blow a handbag here, or a blow a slipper. But I think there's a jockey that won that race today, because the horse would be trying all right, but sure, it got no effort at all. That's what I was saying the danger was last night. But it did like the ground, and it did stay the race. As I said last night, that's a Midland yoke. I see it's down to run again tomorrow. It ran into 4th all right. But there's a race in it probably, but everything has to fall into place for it. The only consolation, anyone done an each way double would have got a couple of pound back. I actually done an each way double with the 2 of them today when the other one was pulled out, Warazam. And I see Warazam is declared for tomorrow as well. But the reason it was pulled out today was the going. It was too soft. So if it's soft tomorrow, it looks, but like I've seen that story before. They just might, I don't know. There's a race in it whenever it'll be as well. Anyway, on to tomorrow. I got... Look at, there's a Class 2 race there tomorrow, and there's a hot favourite in it. He's 13-8. But you open up 5-2, so they must think that they have got him right. Dramatic Star. But if you look, it was absolutely woeful in its last 2 runs. Now, it got the nuts cut out of him since, so whether that'll smarten him or not, but it won, as it was entitled to, was 4-9 shot in on Good to Ferrum in Hamilton. But the big gangly old type, an awkward looking whore. But then when it ran in the Melrose, it was beaten. It was finished last year. It was pulled up way out the back of the television in the neighbour's field. Now that's favourite, but I was looking at an alternative to take him on, and I came up with Marhaba the Champ. This has more wind surgery than me going to the doctor. Wind surgery, but it does improve it. When it had wind surgery here, it 2nd and 1, then to 2nd. But when it had wind surgery again, it won first time out. And had wind surgery again, and ran a decent race the last time in air. So they're stepping it up in trip, first time on the Goo. It was a good enough run that day. So King Lear is the second favourite. That is sort of questions to answer as well. So I thought back Marhaba the Champ at 5-1 each way, and it's 100-30 without the favourite. That if the favourite is the hot pot that they think it is, that the gelding operation has done the trick. That if Oreo finished second itself without Dramatic Star, 3-1, it was 100-30 earlier. I'm just hoping that the surface suits. I was talking to someone there last night, and they were saying, give us one for Exeter on Tuesday. And I came up with Tea Clipper. I was looking at it, runs well enough fresh, but it's a 9-year-old now, but it's down to 130. Has been at 130 since Hannibal crossed the Alps on an elephant. We back to the last time it ran in Aintree. It was 5th, that time at 25-1. But it ran well first time out last year. It was 2nd, and it was £8 higher. The previous year, it was 2nd to Perigine Run at 1-4-2, and it actually won the previous year first time out. And it actually won first time out itself, so it goes well enough fresh. Tom Lacey, I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel really, trying to get one there at Exeter tomorrow, and that's the one I come up with. But it's an each way price at 5-1 if you can get it there, 10 to run. Stan Shepherd. There's one at the Curragh, an interesting one. This is a mile 2. I think the step up in trip with Dylan Brown McMalligal taking over on Nans View. This has caught my eye a couple of times. Handbrake on in 3 maiden races, but it ran very well and closed to finish 2nd off 64. Soft ground seemed to be the difference in Galway. Then if you look at it, it was good to yield, and Ballystown didn't like it. But the last day in Killarney, with Ronan Whelan, will have a peep at it, and it stayed on well enough to suggest that the step up and trip will suit. That's him peeking out there with his yellow or green hat on.
One off the rail, Nika Pika on the rail is Pro Queen down the outside with the noseband. Bella Columbia wider still. is Martinelli, as they have over a furlong and a half to race. Limo over on the rail in the centre, Bella Columbia, Martinelli in the red on the outside. Finch Kehlani is just behind him. Then a break of a few lengths inside the final furlong. And on the near side, Martinelli, Bella Columbia, the far side with the nose van, they go on. 100 yards to race. Martinelli getting on top from Bella Columbia, coming home well as Saint Seren, but Martinelli wins it from Saint Seren. Second, Bella Columbia. Third, fourth spot for Nans View.
Jockey tomorrow could make the difference an extra couple of furlongs. There was something in that race, was there? Paying 5 places there. It's 7-1 shot. It's an each way play. We have Warazam is in the down with 345. So the ground could be suitable enough for that tomorrow. If it runs, I mean, they probably mean business. So I mean, have it picked out. And the step up and trip as well. Remember the way it closed in Roscommon there? That was over a mile. Maybe they were waiting for this all along. Nicola Burns. I don't know much about her. She hasn't rode a winner anyway. The £10 off. So they might strap her on, but she won't fall off. She's only had 4 rides. What horses did she ride? Genuine Jim's Scholarship. Oh, she was on Scholarship. I don't know. Scholarship ran well yesterday in the Curragh. Her Leopardstown was 4th. There's another couple of horses that we backed lately that has won too, I've seen. And there's an interesting horse in the last race if we have a pound in our pocket. But there's several, as I said, is down to running that, but it's unlikely after today. But we got the one run Royal Pippin. That was gambled on the last day. Went off favourite. Where is it? Royal Pippin. Dylan Brown McMonigal again for Paul Flynn. There's a race on this too. That used to be well up here in the 80s, high 80s. 72 when it left Stevie Donoghue to go to Patrick McGee, down to 74. It was gambled on the last year, it was 5th. But that was only, Sunday, wasn't it? If they run that again, I think the ground was maybe a bit too heavy for it there. But it had a good run in the Curragh there with his 4th to 10. The handbrake was on. It's important that the handbrake can be in the off position. Anyway, it's Monday night. What do we do on a Monday night? We sing an old song. Someone had down there to sing a Luke Kelly song. I sang Sam Hall a few weeks ago, didn't I? If you go back to any Monday night, if you just Google back the date on a Monday night, you'll see. I'm nearly sure I sang Sam Hall. Someone in the comments, I never write them down because someone asked me to sing something lately, and I think I sang it as well. But I haven't sang a couple of old country and western, a couple of old jives for you. So I'll do one, if not 2. Now, some of you might close your eyes and say, the Lord saves and blesses as He lost the plot singing these, but some people will like them. Now, Philippine and Begley number first. Come and look out through the window, how that big old moon is shining down. Tell me now, don't it remind you of the blanket on the ground? Remember back when love first found us, and we'd go slipping out of town, and we'd love beneath the moonlight, on the blanket on the ground. I'll get the blanket from the bedroom, and we'll go walking once again to that spot down by the river where our sweet love first began. Just because we are married, I don't mean we can't slip around. So let's walk out through the moonlight and lay the blanket on the ground. Oh, remember how excited we used to get when love was young. Oh, that old moon was our best buddy. We couldn't wait for night to come. And now you know you still excite me. I know you love me like I am. So just once more I wish you'd love me on the blanket on the ground. I'll get the blanket from the bedroom, and we'll go walking once again to that spot down by the river where our sweet love first began. Just because we are married, I don't mean we can slip around. So let's walk out through the moonlight and lay the blanket on the ground. So let's walk out through the moonlight and lay the blanket on the ground. From this valley they say you are going. We will miss your bright eyes and sweet smile. For they say you are taking the sunshine, which has brightened our pathways a while. Come and sit by my side if you love me. Do not hasten to bid me adieu. But remember the Red River Valley and the girl that has loved you so true. I've been thinking a long time, my darling, of the sweet words you never would say. And now, alas, must my fond hopes all vanish, for they say you are going away. Won't you think of the valley you're leaving? Oh, how lonely and sad it will be. I just think of the fond heart you're breaking and the grief you are causing to me. From this valley they say you are going. When you go, may your darling go too. Would you leave me behind unprotected when she loves no one other than you? As you go to your home by the ocean, may you never forget those sweet hours that we spent in the Red River Valley, and the love we exchanged mid the flowers. I have promised you, darling, that never will a word from my lips cause you pain, and my life it will be yours forever, if you only will love me again. They will bury me where you have wandered, near the hills where the daffodils grow. When you're gone from the Red River Valley, for I can't live without you, I know. From this valley they say you are going. We will miss your bright eyes and sweet smile. For they say you are taking the sunshine, which has brightened our pathways a while. Come and sit by my side if you love me. Do not hasten to bid me adieu. But remember the Red River Valley and the girls that you love me so true. Now, bedtime after that. Bash the bookies over and out.